Yo, what's good, squad? It's the big homie SB23 back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today we're gonna talk about moving like royalty. And do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and pass the content around to other people who might need to hear some words of wisdom. So yeah, moving like royalty. And that's nothing more than having a mindset of like a king or a queen. So me, I walk around with the mindset that I am a king and I move like such. So when I say that, that doesn't mean that I am thinking I'm better than anybody else or treating people as if they are beneath me. It's more of the energy of moving around, holding yourself to a high standard. And then because you hold yourself to a high standard, then you the actions that you take are of a dignified manner. So you're not doing anything shisty or cruel or rude or mean or insensitive to people around you. You're moving in a way that not only benefits you, but it benefits everybody that surrounds you. So again, you're moving within the mindset of a king or a queen. So if you're a king or a queen and you have your, let's say, your empire, which is everything that surrounds you, that's all the empire is, or kingdom, that's all that is everything that surrounds you. Like Lion King, when Mufasa told Simba, you know, we're in control of everything that the light touches. That's the same thing. It's just that all that was everything that surrounded them and their kingdom. That's what was available to them. And to use that example, think about how Mufasa was in the movie and how he treated the kingdom, and as opposed to his brother Scar when Scar took over. And you seen how everything went from songs being sung and all the animals getting along and everybody was just happy to have such a good king. And then Scar took over and it was nothing but a barren wasteland. Everything was dead and dying. People were scared to make any type of moves or actions because they was afraid of what Scar was gonna do with the hyenas. It's the same, literally the same thing. Like out here in this world, you could either choose to be Mufasa and walk within that type of honor and respect and dignity, or you could walk around like Scar, behind the scenes doing shiesty stuff, trying to get over on people, you know, setting people up for failure so you could succeed, but then end up like how he ended up, which is being turned on by his own people, the people that he moved with. At the end of the movie, I remember the hyenas jumped him at the end of the movie and there was curtains. So, but he had it coming because he was using them. So you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't be somebody out here using people and manipulating in a bad way and thinking that it's gonna go your way, because at the end of that story, again, like I always say, what you do, what you put out into the universe is gonna come back to you. That movie right there is a perfect depiction of that. And if you think about it, any of these movies that we watch where there's that evil villain, the evil villain always ends up losing in the end. So it's been shown to us since we were children that the light wins out over the dark. And even though you need both in order to balance it, you want to walk with you want to utilize the light predominantly, and then use the darkness when it's called for. So, like, again, think about Mufasa. Mufasa was somebody, he was the king that walked within the light. But when those hyenas was trying to get at Simba and Nala in that one scene, you seen him coming in and ready to tear everybody's heads off. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's the balance. Like, he used the darkness within him when it's necessary. He's not using it to hurt anybody. He used it to protect the two kids. So Yeah, again, when it comes down to that, that's what I'm talking about when I say walking within a dignified kingly mindset or queenly mindset. It is just understanding that the you got to use the light that's within you in order to benefit the people around you. And then the darkness that you hold within you, you're only supposed to use that when it's necessary, and that is when you need to protect the people who are within your kingdom. So if a lot, again, for instance, for me, a lot of people think that a lot of people have taken my kindness for weakness, but then when I get pushed to a certain point, then they see the switch flip and they see the darkness, and then they go, oh, I didn't even know he was capable of that. But that's because I know I'm capable of it, and I'm not gonna walk around here and have that not controlled so that people are being hurt. You know what I mean? I'd much rather spread the light and the love, and then if it comes to if I need to protect myself or protect the people around me for whatever reason, then you're gonna see that side. But until then, there's no need to lead or walk within that side. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying when it comes to having and being dignified. It's just not doing things that are beneath you. You know, like I said in my other video, I feel like everybody at their core is a happy person. Everybody at their core just wants joy and love. But it's the things that happen to us that shape our mindset, and then we create these barriers that we put up, and then oftentimes with that, you know, you create habits and behaviors that are not only detrimental to yourself but detrimental to the people around you. And it happens, but if somebody is if you know it within your heart that you're not moving right and you continue to do so, then you can't consider yourself a king or a queen, because now you know for a fact that you have behaviors that are hurting the people around you and hurting yourself. And instead of taking the actions to fix those behaviors, you just continue on that path, and if anything, you double down more and say, yeah, okay, I know that I should be doing this, but I'm going to do it this way because, you know, I don't care about how things pan out. So yeah, when I say that, and what comes with a royal mindset, it's not about money. You know, I think people often think that how much money you have determines your status or your value or your the amount of respect that you're gonna get. You know what I mean, or whatever. But that it doesn't. You can have a whole bunch of money and be respected, but you can have a whole lot of nothing and still get the same respect. It's about the energy that you carry, again. So it's never about the money. You know, yes, obviously, money is a great tool, and there's nothing wrong with having money at all. Money is not the root of all evil. People who move in evil ways is the root of all evil. So there's nothing wrong with having money or wanting money, as long as, again, you ain't so greedy about it that you're doing things that's hurting other people on your way to get your funds. So yeah, whether you have a lot of money or you have just enough to get by, that doesn't determine you as a king or a queen. What determines that is your character. The energy that you carry and your character determines that, because you could have a kingdom and be thriving, and then something happens, and then maybe you go through a famine, or a disease comes through or something like that, and now that you take a little hit. Does that mean you're less of a king because you took a hit in life? Does that make you less of a queen because you took a hit in life and you got to bounce back from that? Absolutely not. That doesn't change who you are on the inside. That's just an unforeseen circumstance that came and happened, and that you just gotta get over. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So when you go through these scenarios and you're walking within your royal mindset, then when these things happen and you conquer them and you learn a lesson from it, then if it was to ever rear its ugly head again, you know how to handle it better this time. So now you could either completely avoid it, or if it's something that's like you can't foresee and it's kind of unavoidable, but when it hits the second time, you're not even gonna be phased the way you were phased the first time because you're prepared for it. So again, it's not about what you got going on monetarily or anything like that. It's about the energy that you carry and how you treat the people around you. That's what having a royal mindset is. That's what being a king is. That's what being a queen is. It's not about the riches and all that stuff. And of course, yeah, if you're doing everything that you need to do within the right space, that stuff is going to come to you inevitably because that's the energy that you're carrying. So if you're walking around with rich, pure energy, then you're going to get richness from the world. So that's not even something you have to worry about. You know, that's going to come with the territory. It's just getting your mind to the point of understanding that you got to walk with this mindset of light and using the dark when you need to, and just with the understanding that some things that, you know, we all have partaken in our life are beneath us. You know what I mean? It's beneath you to do certain things. When you have a king's mindset or a queen's mindset, it's beneath you to do these things. So when you can realize what these things are in your life that you're doing, that's beneath you, and you know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows when they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. It doesn't feel right when you do it, but you do it anyways just because you know, maybe you're trying to cover something up. Maybe you got some hurt that you didn't deal with, or maybe you got some pain or something that you're running from, and you do these things that you know you shouldn't be doing. But it's easier to do the things that you know you shouldn't be doing than it is to do the things that you know you should be doing. At that point in your life, that's where your mind is at. But that's a peasant's way of thinking. You know what I mean? That's somebody who thinks on a small level. That's somebody who doesn't have the inner fortitude and strength to overcome these things that are plaguing them. You know what I mean? When you could. And sometimes you gotta reach on and count on your support, the people who follow you. And when I say follow, I don't mean like literally follow, but the people who are around you who see you in a different light than what you see yourself. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people don't even see their own potential. And it'll be somebody around you telling you like, yo, I can see it within you that you could be this or you could be that. And you ignore it because you don't believe it within yourself. But again, that's a peasant's way of thinking. Because if you were a king thinking from a royal mindset, and you would understand that all things are possible, and that you are you're a leader at the end of the day, and you have the strength and the know-how to do the things that you want to do. You're just making excuses. So yeah, it's just about having that mindset of holding yourself to a high standard, and then taking the steps to walk within that energy of being a king or a queen. Because, you know, I'm a firm believer that we all have king and queen qualities within us. And if you can tap into that and maximize those qualities, and again, in a way that doesn't hurt anybody else or hurt yourself, then you can create your own empire and flourish. And you might be able to break some generational curses or create some generational wealth. So, all right, y'all, that's the big homie. I'm out of here.